Hello dancers and welcome back. Today I'm talking about things that I carry with me to a dance event or bring to a Milonga. Now, a lot of this might seem obvious, but I definitely have a checklist in my head of things that I want to bring with me to any kind of dance event. So I thought I would just share that with you today. So now the obvious thing is shoes, but I say that because I have been in the situation where I get to an event and I didn't have my shoes in the car.
And it hurts?
Like personal torture. I like the shoe bags personally that have two sides to them. I can usually fit my shoes in one side and then I use the other side to kind of stick in some necessities. So the first thing that I stick in is usually some kind of shawl. It can get very hot or very cold. Especially if you're dancing and then you would stop and rest for a while, the AC is on, you can get very cold very quickly. So throwing in some kind of shawl is always a good idea. On the other side, it can be really hot, so bringing a fan, super appreciated, and pretty much you'll always be asked to fan somebody next to you. I know leads sometimes will bring even an extra shirt because it can get so hot and sweaty that they'll change at some point just to kind of freshen up. Two things that I've been sticking in my shoe bag are obviously hand sanitizer, but also like a mini deodorant because you can never be too fresh. Speaking of freshness, I know that a lot of leaders will put in these like activated charcoal bags that absorb moisture and odor from your shoes. So especially if you have closed-toed shoes or anything like that, these can be super helpful. If you have suede bottom shoes, you probably want a shoe brush. It allows you to scrape off any dirt and also create texture in the bottom of your shoes, giving you a little bit more control. Now personally, all of my tango shoes are leather, so I don't use this, but I keep this in there with my salsa shoes. Quick tip, just cover it up with a sock or something because these spokes can start to pull at like the fine fabric of your shoes. If I'm going to a marathon where I'm going to be dancing more than 3 hours, I'm probably also going to bring this like waterproof tape to tape up my feet because I've noticed that it helps.
And I also don't want to be the youngest person ever to get bunion surgery, so.
The last thing that I have been making for myself and even some friends are these little emergencies kits that I put in an Altoids container. Things that I keep in there are Bandaids because I have ripped open my feet so many times by stepping on them myself or by being stepped on. But let's be honest, it's mostly me stepping on me. You can actually fit a small one of these inside, and that's where I put actual mints and aspirin as well as cough drop, although cough suppressants aren't really like in vogue right now. Speaking of stepping on myself, I also keep a pair of clippers and a file in here just in case. It can also be used to like file down the corner of your heel if you notice it being super sharp and dangerous. As anyone with hair who dances knows, it gets messed up. So I always like to keep some bobby pins and an extra hair tie in here as well. For fashion emergencies, I have included safety pins, like stain remover wipes, and like the double-sided fashion tape that can be helpful when things start moving around. Also started putting in like testers of perfume in here, again, just if I want to freshen up. In addition to some things that I'm just going to throw in my shoe bag, I'm also going to bring a water bottle, and if I'm going to a marathon, a coffee cup. You obviously don't have to have this like Mary Poppins style bag, but having a couple things can really help you in that state of need. Nobody likes to be like hunting for a mint and really wanting one. It's also a great way to make friends. I'm trying to keep this one short and sweet. If there's anything that you bring to a Milonga or dance event, go ahead and let me know below. I love your comments. They make me so happy. And of course, if you can like and subscribe to this video, it would super help me out. I'm loving sharing this information with you, and if it can help you, maybe it can help more people. I hope that you come prepared for your next dance event and have divine tandas. Take care.